Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Geography 247. I believe you guys are doing great. It's your boy, Geography Design here. In this channel, we do share tips and tutorial about graphic. If you love this type of content, consider subscribing so that whenever we update our channel with a new tutorial like this, you will be the first person to notify. That having said, today we are going to dive in deep into logo branding. So we are going to look at what is logo. So I'm emphasizing on logo in this training. So that having said, I welcome everyone. If you are a creative designer and you are looking to scale your skin, or a business, or you are a business owner trying to stand out in today crowd market, then don't worry more. You are in the right place. All right. Today we are diving deep into the act of a logo branding, because let's be honest, anybody can open an app and combine a random shape with text, but true design since is about creating a visual identity that commands authority and tell a story instantly. Now let's start with the absolute foundation. Now, what is a logo? All right. In a simple term, a logo itself is a symbol, a mark, or an emboss that represent a company, a product, or even a specific person. Think of it this way: a logo, in understandable word, is the face of a brand, just like your face. In the first, is the first thing that people use to recognize. So your logo is first visual handshake of your business. Give to a uh, give to a potential client. Now, moving forward, here is an extra tips. Now, let's look at these extra tips, and you need to write down in your note. All right, you need to jot this down. The logo that represents a visual individual, the logo that represent actual individual. Sorry, the logo that represent actual individual, like public figure, coach, or elite freelancer, are known as personal logo. I don't know whether you get my point. The logo that represents actual individual, like public figure, coach, or elite freelancer, are known as personal logo. So we are going to talk about type of logo also. So we are coming to that gradually, and we are going to be dealing with personal branding much further in this class. Whether you are a designing for a multinational corporation, or building a personal identity for a top tier country, uh, top tier creator, the rules of alignment, typography, and execution still remain the same. All right. If you want your design to look cheap, keep guessing. But if you want to master the premier corporate standard that lets you charge high volume, retains, stick with me. Open your ears, your canvas, grab your notes, and let's dive into step 2 of our visual workflow. Let's create this together. Okay, so now we are going to move to the type of logo, just as I say. So we are going to talk about type of logo. Now that we understand the current definition of a logo, let's bring down the different style you will be creating as a designer. First of all, um, in our list, in this monogram, which is also widely known as lettermark. A lettermark is a purely typography, all right, base logo that is compressed of just a few letters, usually a company exact initiate, just as the sample that we are seeing it on this design on the home screen that we are seeing now. The primary philosophy behind a lettermark logo is absolutely uh, simplicity. Okay, so if you remember in our previous tutorial, I talked something about simplicity. So we are going deep about that right now. Okay, so by utilizing just a few strategy letter monogram, logos are incredible, all right, incredibly effective at screaming a company brand identity, especially if the business has a very long name. Instead of crowding design with a massive word, you could have you condense that identity into a shape monogram. All right. So now let's look at it this way. Let's look at real world example that you see every day. Take NASA is a popular one, right? For Insta, take NASA for Insta. It is much cleaner and more high impact to display those four bold letter than to write out uh, nation national uh, aeronautic and space administration. All right, every single time the same rules apply to global brand like fever. All right, as a professional designer, when you encounter a client with lengthened corporate name, your first strategic instinct should be to exploit the power and monogram layout. Now let's take a close look at how the letter align on this canvas in our practical business session. Coming up next, I am going to show you exact how to manipulate typography to create your own premier lettermark from scratch. Make sure you have this note down, and let's move right into the next type of logo. Now next type of logo is we are moving to the second major style you need to master: word mark, which are also frequently referred to as logo style. Okay. Now, while a monograph focus strictly on initiate a watermark, take a slightly different angle angles. All right, a watermark or logo tab is a fonts based logo that focus entirely on a business full name alone. There are no separate icon, no hidden symbol, just pure intentional typography carrying the brand. As a lead strategy, you do not just guess which logo type to use. You analyze the client need. You need to think, all right? You need to figure out watermark logos works especially when a company has a um success succinct and distinct name, meaning a name that is short, punching, and completely unique. Think of iconic global brand like Visa and Coca-Cola. The next itself is the entire identity. All right, a masterful example of this execution is Google logo. Let's take a look at Google logo. The name itself is incredible, catchy, and memorable. All right, because of that, when you combine a short, powerful name with strong custom typography, the logo type creates massive brand recognition instantly. The next become the graphic, the fonts choice, because the visual uh, icon. All right. Now, when a client comes to you with a brief and their business name is short, clean, and memorable, your mind should instantly go to the watermark design. All right. In our upcoming practical lab, I will be teaching you how to select, customize, and space out fonts in Pixellab to give full company names in uh, premium corporate looks. Note, note this down. Make sure you understand the difference between a letter mark and a logo tag. So if you understand this, it will be more easier. And let us move on over the tab, uh, over the tab number 3. All right.